Welcome back to the Cuzzy Sound channel. In this video we'll be having a look at what happened when I attempted to connect my ancient Yamaha EZ200 home keyboard to my Roland System-1 synth in order to use the EZ200 as a MIDI controller, but also layer its piano sounds with string sounds on System 1, all through the magic of MIDI. So how do we set this up? Well, fortunately, if you look at the back of the EZ200, it has MIDI in and MIDI out, and they are 5-pin DIN sockets. So that's a good start. If you look at the back of System 1, that also has MIDI in and out stroke through, which are also 5-pin DIN sockets. Bonus, with a lot of modern equipment, not all of them stick to the original standard of the 5-pin plugs, but I'll cover that in another video and look at ways of dealing with non-standard standards, which are very common when you're dealing with digital equipment. Anyway, I'm digressing. In this one it's quite straightforward, so I can plug a 5-pin MIDI cable into MIDI out on EZ200 and plug the other end of that cable into MIDI in on the System 1. Great. Now, in order to ensure that they talk to each other, and again I covered this in another video about setting MIDI channels, you need to make sure that they are talking to each other on the same channel. Now, the way I'm going to play this, it doesn't actually make a big difference what the MIDI clock settings are, because I'm not running sequencers or arpeggios. I'm just going to be playing the keyboard. But on board the EZ200, you can actually change whether it's using an internal or an external clock, and you can also turn on or off the local sounds. So you could actually turn off the sounds that are coming out of EZ200 and set it up purely as a MIDI controller keyboard. So all the sounds would come from whatever it was controlling. In this case, what I wanted, I still want the sounds from EZ200 because I want to layer the piano with synth. So I haven't messed with any of those. So the next thing was to find out what channel it was transmitting on. So I consulted the manual, which is quite an extensive manual with roughly 2 pages of MIDI information. Well, 1.5, I think. There weren't even full pages. Didn't tell me anything at all about what MIDI channel it transmits on or how to change MIDI channel. It just told me about the internal external clock and local sound on off. So not really that helpful. So what I'm going to assume is that the EZ200 defaults to MIDI channel 1, which generally works. Now, I also covered setting the System 1 up, but we'll do that again. So this is how to set the MIDI channel on System 1. I have demonstrated this in a previous video, but in order to set the MIDI channel on System 1, you have to start with System 1 turned off, and then the process is hold down the System 1 key, turn the synth on, and the arpeggio light should flash. Then the MIDI channel that's currently selected is indicated by the numbers around the jog wheel dial here. So at the moment it's lit at 1, but I could change it 2, 3, 4, whatever. Now, as I've just said about the EZ200, I couldn't find out what channel it was on. Most instruments will default to 1. Some may default to all channels, so it wouldn't really matter, but a safe bet is to go for 1. Having made the alteration, in order to save that setting, you have to press the arpeggio key and the synth resets itself and it's ready to go. Quite simple, quite straightforward when you know how. Okay, so now we should be pretty much ready to go. So let's go and hear what it sounds like when I attempt to layer up piano and synth strings with EZ200 and System-1. I'll explain what the setup is that I've got here. So we've got the piano and we've got System-1 going into the mixer. The two faders at the front here, the microphones, so you can hear what I'm saying. There's one down here, one up there. And then these are all down to 0 at the moment, and then this end one is the piano. So if I play now, you'll just hear what's coming out of the piano. So that's just a straight piano. Turn the System-1 synth up. I can actually, although this is, because it's MIDI connected to the System-1, this is acting as a MIDI controller keyboard as well as a piano to this. I can still play this on its own. So a bit of a resonant string sound going on there. But because they are MIDI connected, when I play on the piano with this turned up as well, you should hear the layered sound. And there you go. Piano, strings, courtesy of MIDI. Well, I hope this short MIDI tutorial, if you like, video has been helpful. So if you've got old gear with the standard 5-pin DIN sockets and you want to kind of try and see what happens when you start playing them together, layering things up, then yeah, it's fairly straightforward really. Just make sure everything's talking to each other on the same channel and away you go. So yeah, go on, have a go. Make your own layered music.